Dan Perry here with another C++ tutorial for Dan on Tech. In this video we will look at the if-else structure. Now in the last video we looked at the if structure where we came down, we asked a question, and if it was true we went and executed a block of text, or code rather. If it was false we just skipped the block. Now with the if-else, if it's false, we actually execute a different block of text. So now we ask the question, on the true side we execute one block of text, on the false side we execute a different block of text. So let's take a look at how that works. I've still got the last example, and we said, hey, if the value of x is greater than or equal to 3, let's have this message greater or equal. Otherwise, just skip over. Well, with the if-else, then we add a keyword else, and after the if part, after the closed curly brackets, we have else, and then an open curly brackets for it. And remember what I said I typically go in, I put the open and close, and then hit enter a couple of times so that I don't forget that closed curly brackets. I'll show you another technique I use with both the if and the else to keep track of them in a few minutes. But now, what do I want to do if they're not equal? Well, I'm just going to output that they're smaller. Rather than retype a whole line, I'm going to cut and paste and say smaller. And now, if I run it, in this case it says greater or equal. Well, what's happening is the same thing we had before. We would go in and it came down. It said, hey, is x, or sets x equal to 3. Then it says, is x greater than or equal to 3? Well, it is in this case. That's true. So it does the true portion of the code block. When it gets to the end of the code block, it skips all of the else and continues after that. Well, let me change the value of x to 2. Let's run it. This time it says smaller. Well, this time coming down, we gave x a value of 2. So x was no longer greater than or equal to 2. It was less than. So it skips the true part, comes down to the else, executes the code in the else, then continues on after the structure. So with the if-else, we ask a question. When it's true, we do one block of code. When it's false, we do another. So in this case, the true part was just saying greater than or equal. The false part was saying smaller. Now, one of the things, as you have more complex programs and structures, what I like to do is, at the end of both my ifs and my else's, is add a comment, and the comment is typically something simple like whatever the question was I was adding. So I can look at the comment, and I said, okay, that's the end of the true part. Since there's an else here, that's the end of the true part of this x greater than 3, and here's the end of the false part of x greater than 3. And if this was a really, really long code block, I might actually even put else here. So I really know that that is not part of the same code block. That way, 6 months from now, when I'm trying to make changes to this program because the client has given me a change order, I can go in, and that comment definitely helps me keep track of what I was doing. Well, thank you for watching this Dan on Tech video. Please subscribe to this playlist so you don't miss any future videos. Please check out and subscribe to our other Dan on Tech channel playlists.